Hello there.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to all the films we judged before. I'm Katie. That's Thineth, not Lily. Lily's in the process of moving countries, so she will be back in October once she's moved. That's the plan. That's the plan. Um, but for now, because I wanted to get something out before the end of this month, because I did say we'd be back in September, and I wanted to talk about the Emmys, this is the Emmys special. Hooray! Emmys!
Yippee!
I'm sorry
Wahoo!
that we took a little bit of a break over August, but it's been very difficult to find the time to do things because um August was busy, but also so was the end of July and also now, and October will also be busy. But after that, I finished my contract, so we'll see what happens. Um, but for now, Emmys. We're doing an Emmys special. We are only talking about the Emmys.
It's
This is
just
what
nothing but Emmys.
this is only Emmys, no other content. We are only talking about the 2025 Emmys, which I watched live. Um, which was an insane choice by me because I had to go to work on Monday morning and the Emmys were from about 1 a.m. till 4 a.m.
Holy shit.
Um, but I told myself, I said literally when we got close to the nominations, when we got the nominations, I was like, I'm gonna watch them live. And then I got a job and I was like, I think I may still watch them live. I don't want to miss them. Um, so I think I want to start by talking a little bit about the ceremony itself because that was interesting to watch. I don't tend to watch award shows that much. I definitely don't watch the Oscars. I've said that here before. I'd never be bothered. Um, but I would occasionally watch the BAFTAs. I don't tend to go in for watching the American ones, mostly because they're usually in the middle of the night, and I like sleeping.
Yeah, the time zones don't exactly line up, but
No, not
that's
entirely.
okay.
Which is not always the worst thing if you can sleep it off into the morning, which I couldn't. It was very smart of me
Because work.
because of
But
work.
the good news
Sorry.
is I caught up at various points during the day,
Mhm.
uh, just manically refreshing the YouTube channel because I just did not want to watch it live. But it took a while to catch up because they just took forever to upload the speeches. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
But
I think the first thing to talk about would be the host was some guy I'd never heard of, but apparently he's big in America,
yes.
and he wasn't great.
Yeah, apparently he didn't do an amazing
He
job.
was just a bit.
Um,
He clearly is a very sort of I don't know his name. It's Nathan something, isn't it? Or am I
yeah, it's
pulling that out
Nate
of my?
Bargatze or
Yeah,
Bargates.
yeah.
Nate.
Um, and oh my God, my brain just sort of like froze and died. Like it just shut down. It's like in an instant. He clearly is a very dry comedian, and you know what? I like
Hmm.
dry humor. I'm British. But um, it was a bit like go girl, give us nothing. And then obviously the
Yeah,
entire gimmick of the evening was this whole like, hey, I've put up $100,000 for some like boys and girls like kids charity. Every time
yes.
anybody doing an acceptance speech goes over 45 seconds, every second they go over, I will take off 1 grand.
Oh my
In order
God.
to try and deter people from doing really long speeches. Because I think everybody was traumatized by Adrian Brody at the beginning,
Yeah, yeah.
which I
I think yeah.
understand. You don't want people to go completely overboard with the speeches. I get it. I feel like
Yeah.
a minute and a half should be the uppermost, like, that should be fine, right? That's not that
Yeah,
long.
yeah. That's reasonable.
That's not reasonable. And yet,
Yeah.
they were like 45 seconds. And it was like some of these speeches were only a little bit over 45 seconds. And it was still like, it did not help
Yeah,
the entire mood of the evening. And I feel like he got to near the end of it and was like, oh, I'm surprised that it's all gone. It's like,
it's
and it was like,
like
you're
really?
surprised? Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I just I don't know. Not a great choice,
not
but
my favorite. I could see the
yeah.
idea, but it didn't work.
Yeah, and it's like you really I don't I guess underestimated the ability of these people to well actually it wasn't even the people's fault really.
No,
I mean
if
some
I
speeches were a bit long. It's just that like some segments just take so long and it's like what are we doing, man? Like, just focus on the speeches, please,
This was the thing I
and
was
the
going to follow up
winners.
on was like considering they told the winners that they couldn't speak really for longer than 45 seconds without
Yeah,
being penalized. The hosts when and they, well, not the hosts really. He was the host. The presenters for the awards
yeah, yeah,
were doing like these long ass bits that it was
yeah,
like could you if you just like come out done the little bit of speech about like this is what it means to be a supporting actress. Maybe like a couple of bits and pieces where you say like two jokes and then you go straight into
yeah,
the awards. You'd have more time for the
yeah,
actors and the directors and the writers and all the creative people to come up and actually give normal speeches because that's what people are here for. They want to see the people win. They
yeah, and
don't
like
care
not to
about
mention
the Ray Romano bit
just
that went on for like
oh
45
God.
minutes.
Yeah, and like that way you can also add in, clips from the shows
Yeah.
that we're talking about instead of just silent, little bits here and there.
Yeah,
But
there were no clips. I actually like it when they do like a tiny little like maybe like 10-second thing of like, hey, here's a bit from the show. But then they were like, and here's a like a fucking fan edit. Don't worry about it. Moving on.
yeah, and Jennifer Coolidge speaking for like 5 minutes doing a comedy bit where
And
I was
I
just
love
like,
Jennifer Coolidge, but it was a bit
yes, she's
long.
great. Yeah, and it's like, oh man, if only the show was like an hour shorter.
This is the
But
thing. And I think it's one of the
yeah,
things that the BAFTAs has going for it because I actually do really
mm,
like watching the BAFTAs. The BAFTAs is pretty much 2 hours tops. There's
oh
no
nice.
ads, which is the other thing because it's on the BBC. And they start
Mm,
the ceremony about an hour before it actually goes out because then they can edit out any of the like longer like bits in between, anything like any long, all those bits and pieces. So it is a bit annoying because the publications start posting about who won as they go out in studio as opposed to as to when they go out um uh in the broadcast. So if you're
oh,
online, you're gonna know who won really, really quickly. And it's very, I'm like, could you just wait like an hour so that we can all find out at the same time? Maybe. I don't know. It's just me. Um, but I also could because I was watching it live and because it wasn't really being shown anywhere in the UK, I had to find like a stream. I had to find a stream of it, which meant I watched all of the American ads. And my
oh yeah.
God, they're so long. Like, and
American ads
I
are just
can't tell
unhinged.
even though if their ad breaks are just longer than any ad breaks I've ever seen in my life, or if it's just like it felt really long because I'm really used to not having to watch ads that much anymore. Um, Other than on YouTube where they'll, give you 2 minutes worth of adverts, that you can't skip half the time. Um, but it's like 5 minutes and it's like the medical ads are never not funny. Like it truly like every joke about them is correct. You're like, hey, look at this thing. Buy this thing. It will make your life better. But also it could kill you. Don't worry about that.
And just a million side effects and problems that they could cause. But,
Truly, I can't get there was truly one of the my favorite was like, this is to help improve renal function. It may make your renal function worse. And I was like, you fucking kidding
oh my God. And speaking of renal function,
me?
the pit. But we'll get to the pit.
Uh, I had
I
so
don't know.
in
I saw a segue, but
ER, one of the things that happens, season 6, Carter gets stabbed in the back.
right.
Um,
All
and
right.
this
Yes.
ends up his kidney gets fucked in the process of this. They manage to save it, and then by the end of the show, he comes back and he goes into like renal failure. So when you said that, I was like, you don't know about that. So how are you making this?
Oh no, I just saw the pit on my list of winners, and I was like, well, there's a connection.
I was just like, but like you can't know about Carter's kidney troubles. That doesn't make any sense.
But I think you told me about that at some
I
point.
don't think I told
Or at
you the
least I,
part where he nearly died from kidney failure though.
I mean, it just kind of tracks, I guess.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
of course that
Uh,
happens.
9 years later, and he and he just
God.
has to get a kidney transplant. I haven't gotten that far in the show yet, but spoilers for the last season of ER, I guess, a show that's been finished for like 15 years or something ridiculous, 16 years. But don't worry about that. All right, let's get into the categories, then
Yes.
obviously I have some things that I'm particularly excited about, but we'll go one by one based
Yeah.
on like, and we'll probably skip over the reality TV stuff because I simply
Yeah.
don't
I
care.
yeah, I haven't seen any of that,
Like,
so it's fine.
God bless you, Alan Cumming. I'm really glad that the traitors won for
Bless.
you, but that's about as far as I've got when it comes to
Yeah.
that. Um,
He did slay though.
he
Incredible
did.
outfit.
I do love Alan Cumming. But we'll start
Hell yeah.
with, and we'll kind of look at the comedy as a, I think as a whole a little bit as well, because comedy
Yes.
feels like there was like a split potato between the two things for comedy. First year in a while that comedy hasn't gone completely to the bear, which
Hell yeah.
is nice. As much as
Yeah,
I
it's
love the
it's it's
bear,
good.
it's nice that we've got some other shows getting muscling their way in and getting some attention. I also kind of knew that the bear wasn't
Yes.
really going to take anything, or like
Yeah.
I thought it might take comedy directing, and then remembered that the studio was also in there, and I was like, fuck. Um, I wanted Io to win that, but I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So to start off with, we started with lead actor in a comedy series, which of course went to Seth Rogen in the studio. Um, uh, I still haven't seen the studio. My
Me
dad was
neither.
watching it and he said it was very good. But I'm entirely unsurprised that it basically swept comedy at this award show because as I look over at myself and Thineth are both looking at some articles from The Guardian and also from Deadline because Deadline's got a great little
Yes.
table showing how many Emmys were won by like the most highly, the biggest award-winning shows of the season. Um, Studio came out above everybody else. They won
Hmm.
13 altogether, 9 at the Creative Arts Emmys and 4 at the Primetime Emmys. We're also not going to talk really about the Creative Arts Emmys today, just because I think it will take far too long. I
Yeah.
think it will take far too long. But there will be some mention of some of the stuff that happened at the Creative Arts Emmys just because it's relevant to other things we'll talk about later on. But the studio did very well, is basically the thing. But it's also entirely unsurprising because it's a show about the industry, and the industry,
Yeah.
if there's anything it loves more, there's nothing it really loves more than itself, and things that are about it, because these are all people who work in the industry, so they're like, oh my God, I feel seen. So so we start with Seth Rogen. I feel like
Yes.
makes sense. I really wasn't. Obviously I love shrinking. We are both big shrinking fans here,
Yes.
and I
Absolutely.
would have loved a shrinking sweep, but that wasn't really going to happen because the studio exists. Um,
Yeah.
so as much as I would
Um,
have liked to give it to Jason Segel, who did do a very good job in shrinking this year, um, I knew it wasn't really going to happen. Um, so there is that at least. C'est la vie. Um, but if we move on to comedy, and this is where the split comes in, because it seems like for the actresses, got a lot of love for Hacks in this year, which
yes.
is
Yeah.
honestly making I've heard so many great things about Hacks, and one day I will get around to watching it because I think I'd love it. I'm probably going to do it after the final season airs next year. I think it's next year, probably. They've got one
Nice.
season left, I know for sure. But we've got Jean Smart winning for Hacks in lead actress in a comedy series.
Hmm.
I think probably the best, probably the most deserving in this category. Um, because I hear she's fucking brilliant. As much as I
Yeah.
love Quinta and I love Io,
I
um,
same. Yeah.
uh, it feels like this feels like an earned like moment for her, from what I can tell.
I mean, I am like I will go to bat for Abbott just because I feel like Quinta does do so much work on that show and it
Hmm.
is incredible. And I feel like it does get a little bit overlooked, but yeah, and also Io as well for sure. Because man, she did some incredible work this season. Like I think this season was the one where she had that scene in the hospital with Molly Gordon.
Yeah, no, but this is not the season that they're
Oh,
nominating.
damn it. Okay,
So
whoops.
everything for the Bear is
Last
season
season.
three because it just
Okay.
where it sits in the so the what's the word I'm looking for? The Oh my God, what's the word I'm
Like
looking for? The period that
the
the
window, the
eligibility
window.
period,
Oh
the
yeah. Sorry.
eligibility window is from like it ends in May basically, and the
Yeah.
bet always comes out in June or near
Oh
the end
yeah,
of
that's
June,
right.
so it's always the year after that it ends up getting nominated for. So this is for last season. Um,
Okay. But I mean,
yeah,
she was still very good. But
I
yeah.
am with you. I think if it hadn't been her, if it hadn't been Jean Smart, I think probably Quinta would have deserved it next on this list. But I'm not surprised that Jean Smart took it, and I'm
Yeah.
happy about that. I like Jean Smart. I've liked her a lot for a while. She's a very funny woman and a very good actress. And from what I hear about Hacks, yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
this was a sort of in the making award. So I'm all good
For
about
sure.
that.
Yeah. And I
Um,
will get to Hex eventually, just to see
yes.
what the fuss is about, because I'm very curious about that show.
Mm, me too.
It does kind of come through every year.
Then we get into, and I'm going by the list that I'm looking at the Emmys on Guardian, which I think, as far as I can tell, is the order that they were announced in. So we're going
Hmm.
from the first award to the last award, which means that
Yes.
we get to finish with like a triumphant like ending,
Hell yeah.
and but we'll get to that in the end.
Cannot wait.
But we get to our very first surprise of the evening, at least for me,
Yes.
but thrilled surprise because we get supporting
Hmm.
actress in a drama series. I genuinely thought I thought Carrie Coon was going to take this, and I was going to be
Oh,
okay
really?
with it. Really, I did. I thought Carrie Coon was going to
Oh.
take it, and I was going to be okay with it because I was going to be like, well, I'll I'll count it as the Emmy she should have gotten for The Leftovers that she never got
Oh,
nominated
yeah.
for.
True.
Like
True.
this was my big. I was like, I'd be fine with Carrie Coon. Like, this was my big thing. But lovely Catherine Lanassa just won for the pit, and we were me and
Hell
my
yeah.
friends up at like 1 in the morning being like, yo, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Standing ovation in my living room.
Um,
Oh my
I
God. So good.
I was in bed, so but because it was 1 in the morning and I had just been asleep for
Yes.
2 hours. But genuinely was so surprised and so thrilled about this. Her speech was lovely. I wish they hadn't rushed her off because of the
Yeah.
fucking 45-second bullshit.
The the money started ticking down, and it's like,
Because
oh my
and she
God.
started getting all like funny, and she was so happy, and like
Mm.
the the like some of the background. I don't know if for people who might not know, Catherine Donato, about 6 months before she got the pit, had been in treatment for breast cancer. And a lot of her performance in this show was kind of as a dedication to all the nurses that helped keep her like spirits up and all this sort of stuff. And so I was just so thrilled for her. She is wonderful in the pit. And she's she's just great. She's like got great energy, and I love the pits. I love the pit. I love the pit.
I loved a pit. We
Um,
loved a pit.
I was so thrilled for her, and it was also the first thing of the
Mm.
evening where I suddenly start like I didn't actually. We'll get to it, but I really didn't think that when the pit was going to win Best Drama. But it was the first moment where I was like, this award show might not go the way I thought it was going to go. But in a good way. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the winners in this were um like my top choices that I didn't think were going to take it. So I was quite thrilled by all accounts for the most. There was nothing in this award show that I actually went, oh, I can't believe that one over this other thing that I think was way more deserving, right?
Mm.
So I was just happy all around. I was like, I feel like it's the first time in it, especially after the Oscars this year, where this it was kind of like, oh my God, feels like we're actually like giving the awards to the people that I feel like they should go to as much as
What a
possible.
surprise.
It's crazy.
I know,
But
what an idea.
like we all know, I think we all know that award shows are political like machines. Like and
Yeah,
there
the
is like campaigning that goes on and all of these bits and pieces and awards are not like bought like specifically, but they are bought in the sense that a politician will buy
yeah,
like
it's a bit of a money game,
it's a bit of a money
for
game.
sure.
So, like, there's not really such a thing as actually the most deserving. Because if the actual most deserving people had been nominated, Jacob Anderson would have been fucking nominated for Interview with the
Mm.
Vampire. And he probably would have won. And I say
Yes.
that. We'll get there. Um, um, but yeah, huge. I was so happy for Catherine Lanasa, and I
Yes.
really liked her speech. Yeah. What did you say? What did you went with?
And I will say, I just want to shout out Noah Wile's reaction because I thought it was one of the cutest
It's
things I've
so
ever
sweet.
seen. He just immediately turned around and he had like the biggest smile on his face. He was just so happy.
He was so happy.
Oh my God, so happy for her.
Um,
Delightful.
yeah, it's great. And this comes off the back, as I mentioned, we were going to mention a couple of things about the creative art enemies. We know that Sean Hannity won for guest actor
Yes.
last week. Thrilled. That was kind of like I feel like that was a no-brainer in terms of like it could have gone to Forrest Whitaker, but I just didn't think it was going to happen. He was the
Mm,
only other one in the category. I was like, maybe, but it was like, I don't think it will actually, because I mean, he was like the only actor nominated for Andor in the first place, so it was kind of like, well, I guess you got one in.
yeah,
Again,
it's like, come on.
that's another thing where it's like if these things were actually like a meritocracy, basically everybody from Andor would have been nominated. Is the other thing.
Absolutely. Instead of
Um,
like everyone from the White Lotus.
for fuck's sake, the white,
God
my
damn
favorite,
it.
honestly, my favorite fucking thing. The White Lotus didn't walk away with anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like,
okay,
I
cool.
mean, I liked season two. I haven't seen season three. I like season two a
This is
lot, but
this was for
yeah.
season
Yeah,
three
I
as
know.
well. So, and
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
know.
not great things about it. Not
Yeah.
terrible things, but a lot of people being like,
Yeah.
eh.
But it's like you kind of peaked with season two from what I've heard.
Mm.
So yeah. Oh well.
But yeah,
Andor,
yeah.
rest in peace. I mean, it did win a lot, but
Thrilled
we'll
for
get to that.
Catherine. Thrilled for
Yes.
Sean. I don't know if you saw
Yes.
all the behind like the post of Sean winning. There's just a lot of really sweet gifs of Noah just like holding Sean like and
Oh,
hugging him
that's sweet.
and he was so thrilled for her. It's so cute. Um, but like at that this was the point where I was like, oh,
Oh,
this could be interesting.
there's
Um,
something in the air.
there's something in the air. Which at that point we moved on to supporting actor in a drama series, which again
Yes.
went to my most deserving. I was like, I don't think
Absolutely.
nobody else deserves this more. I'm sorry. Like even Zach and John Turturro, I'm
Yeah,
like, no, this had to go to Tramel, and I'm so happy that it
absolutely.
did because he
God, it was
does give
so
the
good.
best performance in that in for the supporting actor like in that space. He absolutely killed it and we just love him so much. I'm so
God.
excited that his career is like taking off in such an exciting way because
Yes.
he's fan fucking tastic. Again, another excellent speech. Um,
Mm,
the way he
for
shouted at
sure.
his mum and just the confidence that comes off of him is so amazing to watch because that is a man who's like so like thrilled but like confident in like the fact that he was like no I did earn this which I was like yeah, you did, buddy.
100%.
Also he
Oh
looked
my
great.
God, so sweet.
Great suit.
Yes,
Loved it.
absolute serve. But yeah, oh my God. I mean, just seeing the entire room, or maybe not the entire room, but like so many people give him a standing ovation was just really gratifying because I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, he put in the work.
he did.
Um, and he's also like the first, I believe, black man to win
So
Best Supporting
first
Actor,
black actor to win support, which it's just fucking crazy that that's where
Yeah,
we're at. This is the
yeah,
77th awards ceremony for the Emmys, and that's the first guys.
yeah. It's
But
like,
like,
but
I'm
what a
thrilled.
guy,
I am
you know?
thrilled for him. I'm utterly thrilled for him. But woof, you know?
Yeah, it is. Well, it is. It's a little sad, but amazing for him though.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I mean, he like just if you haven't seen Severance and you don't know what the big deal is with Tramell Tillman's performance, there is probably a GIF out there of him kicking a bathroom door, and if you see that GIF, you'll know exactly why he deserved this Emmy
Also,
because
there's
he
an
put everything.
excellent moment where he just sort of runs out of frame, and it may be one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I totally forgot. Yes, his
It's
comedic timing is exceptional.
his comedic timing is exceptional. He's so well spoken, and I say that as somebody
Mm,
who stumbles over her words every like. I mean, you listen to me, you hear it. And I can never find the right words to say. So that he's so eloquent, and brilliant, and he's wonderful. I think outside of the ones that I was really invested in. I mean, this was one of the ones I was quite invested in, but outside the ones I have mentioned how invested in them I have been. This is probably my favorite one of the night. Just because it was like I feel like it could have gone so many ways in that category, but that's the one I really wanted to happen. So I was like, yes, yes. Good stuff.
Just
And then we
just
move
very
on.
vindicating.
Yes, very vindicating, absolutely. And then we move on to lead actress in a drama series, which,
Yes.
based off of some of the other stuff that we'd seen, I really thought was going to Kathy Bates. Not
Hmm.
because I've ever seen Matlock, nor had I really heard of it, but she won for something at the beginning of the year, and I was kind of like, oh, interesting, curious. And I
Hmm.
saw some ads for Matlock during the Emmys, and I was like, this show is so flat. It's shot like a soap opera. Like it just looks
Oh,
really bad.
interesting.
Um, but I've heard that Kathy Bates in it is brilliant, and so I thought like this seemed like a kind of I thought it was going to go to her. Just because I think it was the Golden Globes that she won at. And it was kind of a surprise to me because I'd never heard of the show before, but like people have said
Hmm.
that she's really good in it. But it went to Britt Lauer for Severance. Huge news.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Huge
really
news for
didn't
us Severance
again,
freaks.
I didn't think it was going to happen, but I'm very glad it did because she's brilliant in it. And it's very deserved.
Absolutely.
I genuinely like just based off of like some of the other stuff, I really thought this wasn't going to go her way, but I'm really glad it did. And also, I don't know if you saw her little like piece of paper she
Yep.
wrote her notes
Yep.
on. She wrote "Let me out" on the back of it, which is just like, come on, that's really funny.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
If
And
you know,
that was
you
just
know.
it was a
Um,
very cool little Easter egg.
Severance was one of the biggest. It was still one of the biggest winners of the night. It won. Well, not of that night overall. It won eight altogether. It won six at the Creative Arts Emmys the week before. A lot for production design and that kind of technical aspect of things. Jessica Legagne won for best cinematography. Also
Hmm.
deserved. She's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, but it won two pretty huge awards at the Primetime Emmys, and so I feel like eight overall there were three shows that won eight overall, and one of them was the 50th anniversary special for Saturday Night Live. So, um,
I wonder
uh,
why that's
and the other one is Adolescence, which we'll get to. So, by all
yes.
accounts, it's done monumentally well, and everybody involved should be extremely proud. Yeah, I was just thrilled. I was not expecting
Yeah.
it, but there you go. She won. Good for her. Um,
Yeah.
I don't really have much
And
more to say about that. Sorry, do you? Sorry,
I
go.
mean, oh, that's all good. And yeah, like without spoiling too much about it, yeah, her performance, in season two of Severance is yeah, she did exceptional work to the
Hmm.
point where like a lot of people online were fooled, and I'm being very cryptic, but a lot of people online were fooled, and I think that's just very impressive. Even though a lot of us kind of figured things out, there was still like that little
The
bit of
fact,
ambiguity.
the fact that also you could figure it out just based on her performance was part of
Yeah,
the joy of it for sure.
yeah.
Um, I think we need to
So,
we're desperate to try and get this in as like a tight 45.
oh
I'm
God.
starting to think maybe we're not going to make it, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to move
We will
straight on
try.
to supporting actress in a comedy series, going to Hannah
Yes.
Einbinder for Hacks. Again, same
Yes.
vibe for me. As much as I love Jessica Williams and would have loved to have seen her win for Shrinking, it
Hmm.
was the same bit. One of my favorite speeches of the night. Um, hell
Absolutely.
yes. I don't know who the Chiefs are because I don't know anything about
Oh no, it
football.
was the birds.
Was it the Birds?
It was the birds.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry. It's the Chiefs that she was going against, right? That's what I saw
Yes, I
online.
think so. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry. But it was the fuck ice free Palestine.
Yes. Double whammy.
She was working
Mm,
her ass off for and to making sure that people were paying attention to Palestine that evening. Her and Javier
absolutely.
Bardem were doing some amazing work on like there's a bit of there's like a GIF I saw online. She was wearing one of the ceasefire pins
Yeah.
where she's like clapping and then she turned herself to the camera so you could see the pin properly. I'm like, girl knows her angles. I'm so proud. Um, she said a lot of really great stuff in the press space and afterwards, which I highly recommend people go and listen to because she's very eloquent, very like well educated on the whole thing, and I just love her already. Again, one of the many reasons I am like I really have to go watch Hacks because I really like these women. We are moving straight on from reality program because I don't really care. Um,
Yes.
Supporting actor in a comedy series. You and I both wanted this to go to Harrison Ford,
Yes.
which
Yes.
it didn't, and I'm slightly surprised about. But I had read an article beforehand, like a couple of articles saying that Jeff Hiller was like the one that a lot of people wanted to win. Like
Mm.
they were like, oh, it's not going to happen, but he should take this kind of like the vibe. Like he should win this. So some people, lots of people are very, very excited about this. I have no idea what this show is, nor do I really know who this man is. But if people are very happy, I'm very happy. It seemed like a lot of the Bowen Yang and Michael Yuri and Common Domingo all seemed very excited for
Yeah,
him.
that was a very cute little moment where they all
Um,
stood up for him.
so there's a lot of queer solidarity going on, which I'm always for. I love it. So I'm like, okay, sure. You know what? I'm just I'll take my hands off the wheel and say I don't know anything about this, but the people are saying it's great, so I'm gonna leave it.
Absolutely.
I
And yeah, I mean,
maintain also that, but inside of that, I maintain that Harrison Ford's performance on Shrinking is the best performance he's giving in his entire career. I cannot wait for season three. Please continue.
yes, sensational. No, I was going to say, I mean, agreed. First of all, yeah. And it does make me a little sad that he didn't win because like he was so good.
He was so
Harrison
good.
Ford was so fucking good. But I also want to shout out Michael Yuri, just
Yes,
because, you
we
know,
know,
I
we
mean, we
know,
both know, we
we
both
know.
know the bit. But yeah, he delivered an incredible comedic performance
Hmm.
in Shrinking. So in season two specifically. So
Yeah,
yes, but no, the
good.
gay solidarity was very sweet.
Love it. Director for a comedy series. Again, I wanted this to go to
Yes.
Io just because it was her directing
Yep.
debut, and I thought it would be very cool if she won. But it went to Seth Rogen for the studio, and as it turns out, that was that one episode that everybody kept talking about, and I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so fair enough.
Hollywood,
I just appreciated the fact that with every win the studio had, they made their speeches shorter and shorter
it's
just to
like, yeah,
win
we get
back a
it.
bit of money. Like they were like, we don't need to keep doing this. Thank you. This
Um,
sort of thing.
I will quickly shout out Nathan Fielder for the rehearsal, even though I
Absolutely.
haven't seen season two yet. I will get around to it, but like, just that man is on a different wavelength, a different spectrum, if you will. And like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's a good person, but but he is making very singular art, which is good stuff. And he's calling out Paramount for being, cowards, which is always a
Being
good thing. Yes.
love that. Yes. We move swiftly on to directing for a limited or anthology series, which I thought did everybody else in the category so dirty.
Yeah, I'm seeing it
Because
now, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Elizabeth Banks got up and she made a really pointed effort to point out that everybody but one man in the directed for a limited or anthology series was a woman. And then you look at the man, what the man was nominated for, and it's like, well, he's gonna win.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, just an
He's
absolute
just
landslide.
I listening to her going, oh, don't say that. Like it's lovely. Don't get me wrong. I'm really glad that we've got like so many women that are being honored this evening for directing, especially. But like
Yes,
in this specific instance, you don't need to talk about it because we
because
all
yeah,
knew that Adolescence was gonna win.
yeah. Even those of us like myself who haven't seen Adolescence, it
I
was
haven't
like,
seen it
I mean,
either.
yeah, yeah. I will get around to it, like with most of these shows, but yeah, it was very clear that that was going to take it.
I
Um,
was so, I honestly was like slightly embarrassed. I was like, this feels like such a setup. Like this poor man is about to get up on stage and be like, well, now it seems I've stolen an award from all the women. And it's like, no, you had like, considering the fact that the big thing, I mean, the performances obviously were shouted out a lot for Adolescence, and we'll get
hmm,
into those when we get to them. But the big thing that people were talking about when it came to Adolescence was how it was filmed for months.
yes,
It was like
yeah,
it was the fact that it was filmed like it was one take. I think it was like I don't know how much of it actually ended up being like one take. I imagine it was one of those like they split it to the you can't actually do X number of minutes. I don't actually know how long the episodes are. I've not really looked into it. It's just everybody kept talking about how hard it was to watch, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
good for now. I'm glad that it exists, but it seems like a lot for me. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all. So Philip Barantini, good, and it was nice to see so many. For me, anyway, it was nice to see so many Brits like getting a little look in at the Emmys this year because yeah, it's just nice for me. I like it. I like it.
For
Moving
sure.
swiftly along, I'm gonna go into directing for a drama series. This was probably the only like actual surprise and confused moment that I had in the entire award ceremony. I'm not
Yeah.
mad about it entirely
Yeah. You
because
are a slow
I
horses,
love
right?
slow horses. This was went to Adam Randall for Slow Horses for the last episode of Slow
Hmm.
Horses, but I'm also a bit like, why? Like
Especially with the
I
competition.
with the competition, I really thought Jessica
Yeah.
Lagana was going to take this. I wanted her to
Yeah.
take it. Um, I know that there's like there are two people in here nominated for the pit, and I was like, it's fine. They have time at other points. I think that Jessica Lagana did such a great job with Chikai Bardo, and
Hmm.
my favorite episode of the entire season. I just thought and it was her
Yeah.
directing debut, so I was like, she did a great job. Um, but like I said, I love slow horses. So I'm not entirely mad, but I'm a little confused. Because as much as like the episode was exceptionally well put together that he was nominated for, Adam Randall Hill. But it's not the most obvious in terms of like direction that I would be like, but the performances were very good, and that is a huge part of directing is to be able to get a good performance out of your actors. So I'm like, I'm all over the place. It surprised me was all. But I'm also not mad that Slow Horses is an Emmy winning show, you know?
But yeah.
Pardon
No, I
me.
mean, yeah, no, for sure. It is. I mean, I will get to slow horses eventually. I feel like I'm gonna have to make a bet with you at this point, or like, I don't know, a pledge that the next show I watch will be slow horses after we're done recording, because I did it with the pit. I finally caught up on the pit after we recorded the last episode, um, and yeah, I feel like this time it's gonna be slow horses because it's like there's a new season coming out.
It
I got
won't
to catch
take
up
you
on everything
long
else. Hmm.
because it's 6 episodes per season.
Oh
I
shit,
do. You'll and it's so watchable. Um,
nice.
yeah. Anyway, I was thrilled for Slow Horses, but I was very surprised. That was the whole thing. Scripted variety series went to John Oliver. Not a surprise,
Surprise,
but I'm glad.
surprise.
Um, writing for a drama series. This was
Oh,
like
here
my
we go.
first like thrilled surprise of the evening. Well,
Hmm.
not my first, but one of my big like thrilled surprises of the evening because it was one of the ones that I actually did want. I was like, this won't happen, but like I'll be happy. But like this is who I'd give it to. Dan Gilroy for Andor for Welcome to the Rebellion.
Fuck yes.
Mon Mothma's um speech about Gorman is now officially an Emmy-winning award-winning speech. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Dan Gilroy shouted out Genevieve O'Reilly during his
Hmm.
speech because she should have been nominated.
Yeah,
We all know that she should have been nominated. She was doing insane work in Andor. Considering this was a part that she got hired for and then cut out of the movie that she was in, and then became
yeah,
it like has made it into her own like that's like a thing that belongs to her now. I was just so happy about it.
absolutely. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Like, yeah, just so well deserved. And if you haven't seen Andor, please watch it.
Please watch
Like,
Andor.
it's one of those things where like people just kind of write it off because it's another Star Wars show, but it's like, no, this is one of the best shows to come out in the last like 5 years, 10 years. It's so good. It's so well written, so well acted. It's a show for adults and not for, and not for, general audiences, which is okay sometimes. So yeah,
And
I
we're
thought
glad
it was
that Star Wars
incredible.
can have both of these things within it. Um, she says, trying to be.
Mm, I don't know if I fully agree, but
Look, I under because Star Wars,
yeah,
for the
yeah,
most part, is a big thing for kids, and I want there to be spaces for
yes,
kids to enjoy
yes,
things. I just feel like I'm really glad that we can also have things like Andor in the space of Star Wars. That's all I mean.
yes, yes, for sure.
Anyway, moving right along. Supporting actor in a limited or anthology series, we get our first win for the acting in adolescence. The young
Hmm.
man playing the young man in the series, Owen Cooper. I want to point out they did not bring up the counter for him when he was giving his speech because this is a
Oh,
15-year-old boy, and I don't think we needed to rush him off the stage. Um,
just guilt him for
it's just
for
like
taking too long.
he is a boy, you know. He's one of the girls and boys that you're talking about in the fucking thing. Um, I was just very sweet, and I love seeing just how great it is when we support actors from working class backgrounds, especially in this country, because we have such like generational talent in spaces in the UK has become such like a you can kind of only get into acting if you already were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. There's like a lot of Eton, like Oxford, Cambridge actors out there, and they are very good at what they do. But when we don't support like actors from like lower class backgrounds and like who don't have as many opportunities because they just don't have the money for them, we lose out on voices like Owen Cooper, who's about to go and have like probably an insane career because from what I hear, he's bonkers in the series. And so
Yeah,
this was kind of like, yeah, the doy. We kind of knew this was gonna come up, but it's nice to see such a young man when for such an interesting show about like the dangers of male violence and male radicalization at a young age. Um, yeah, it's kind of great. I was thrilled for him.
yeah. And I mean, especially with like the once again the competition, it's like you're going up against Javier Bardem,
Mm.
Rob Delaney, Peter Sarsgaard. It's like, I mean, fucking fair play to him. I mean, you know, he crushed it.
Yep,
Um, he absolutely deserved it,
for
and it's
sure.
nice to see. Yeah.
Which we can move on to the next win, which was another adolescence for writing in a limited or anthology series. Um, again, great. Love to hear it. I think it's hard for us to talk about specifically all the great stuff that's probably going on with adolescence just because neither of us have seen it. But again,
Nope.
I'm just happy the Brits are getting a little look in this year. It was nice to see like so many of them. Writing for a comedy series, again, the studio.
So,
Who
yep.
can be surprised? It's just like the studio is this
Yeah.
year's The Bear from the past couple of years. Supporting actress in a limited anthology series. Again, another adolescence one. I had such an issue with the way that every American person was pronouncing her last name
Oh no.
because her name is Irish. Her name is Erin Doherty. Doherty. Sorry, I that got stuck in my throat a bit there. There's a H in it, basically. There's a
Hmm.
H in Doherty. None of them were pronouncing it. And it was
Oh
driving me
really?
crazy.
Oh God. Doherty. Doherty.
Basically, yeah.
Oh
Every single one of
no.
them I was like, oh my God. Oh my
Yikes.
God. Just like
It's like,
I was like lying in bed going, that's not how you say that. That's not how you say that. And somebody's gonna come at me and be like, that's not how you say it either. At least I'm closer. Just like that anyway, but like, another one for
I mean,
adolescents. Like,
yeah.
yeah, sorry. If you have anything to say, just please
Oh
interrupt
no.
me because I'm just
All good.
going off on one.
No, it's
Um,
all good. And I was just gonna say, I feel like it's the absolute bare minimum for, presenters or whoever to just know how to pronounce somebody's name when
hmm.
you're saying it out loud on
I had
like, a platform like that.
yeah, I had a friend it'd
I,
be like, I think it's just an accent thing. I'm like, but that's not how you say it though. Just like learn how because they were like, oh, it's like herb or herb as they say. I'm like, just pronounce the fucking it's a H. Just you have the letter H in your language. You speak English. Just say Doherty. Um.
yes.
Anyway,
Um,
then we
I
get
also do
onto
want to shout
one
out.
of.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Please keep going.
I do want to quickly shout out Deirdre O'Connell for the Penguin
Oh yes,
because
absolutely.
yes, she did do incredible work in that show.
There's
Just
a lot
very
of
very
hype.
hard to watch sometimes.
Sorry, I'm just
But
suddenly curious if Erin Doherty's actually no, she's British. We move on to lead actress in a limited anthology series. One of my favorite speeches to the light, and
mhm.
also deserved, Kristen Milotti, who was just so excited to win and to be there, and she just loves acting so much. And I was like,
God, it was so.
so
I mean,
cute.
just what a delight! What a delight! I'm so glad they just did not forget about her. Like even
Yeah.
though it's been like quite a while since Penguin came out.
Penguin done
Um,
very well. I will point that
mm,
out. It
oh
won a
yeah,
lot of the Creative Arts Emmys. It's the second most
oh
awarded
yeah,
show from both the Creative Arts and the Primetime Emmys. That was the only one that won at the Primetime, but it won eight at the Creative Arts Emmys. So it won nine in total. One up from like all the other ones that won eight. So it was well received by the Academy. But I feel like you have probably more to say on it just because I did watch The Penguin, but I didn't love it. I did love her in it though, and I do think this was
yes,
deserved. But
yeah,
you
no,
had a lot more love for the Penguin than I did, so I'm gonna leave that to you.
yes, no. I mean, her performance was exceptional. I feel like she was definitely like the like runaway performance of that show for sure. I mean, I loved obviously Colin Farrell's work. He was incredible, and the actor who played Vic was incredible as well. But damn, it really was her show. Like
Mm.
she absolutely swept. And yeah, just I mean, her like evolution over the course of that show as well was incredible, and it makes me so sad that they're not bringing her back for the Batman 2. But
I
that's a different story.
I do
And I
love.
get why, like I
Yeah,
get
I
why,
feel
but
like
oh my
if we get the
God,
Batman 3, she'll probably be back for that. And
yes,
I
we
did
need
like,
her back.
yeah, it seems like it wasn't this a case of like, we're done with you now. It was more like, oh, we didn't realize how good you were going to be, and I've already written the script.
I was like, oh man. But I mean, when she does show up again, it's going to be exceptional
Yeah.
because she has hell to pay. Oh no, she's going to have, well, you know what I mean.
She's
But
kind of
yeah,
already, she did kind of pay hell already.
yeah, no, she's, I don't know what the expression is that I'm going for, but basically, the penguin is going to have to watch out because
There
she's
will
going to be
be hell to
coming for
pay
his throat.
by her.
Yeah, there will be hell. Yeah, there will be hell to pay for him
Yes.
because yeah, she she's going to kill him.
Yeah.
I think that's canon. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, moving on.
Moving on, lead actor in a limited or anthology series went to Stephen Graham, who I just is one of the nicest. Like he's like one of our big. He's such a talent
Mm.
here. I mean, he everything he's in, he's like phenomenal in. Maybe my favorite reaction of the night w was the entire team basically like in the most British way possible, just like kind of beating him up and how thrilled they were, just like kind of shaking him around. Or and he
I didn't see it, but I did see
Oh,
screenshots, and I thought that was very funny.
it's so sweet, and they were so happy for him. Um,
Hell yeah.
uh, just like just just shaking him a bunch, like "Ah, you fucking did it. Steve, he's amazing, and all the British press were like going completely gaga over the fact that like A, adolescents won so much, and B, that Stephen Graham won so much. And then on the other side, they were like, yeah, and then this other fucking guy won the lead actor in a drama series. We don't know what fuck anyway, because British press has absolutely no concept of who Noah Wyle is.
Yeah, you're doing the Lord's work there.
So
Um,
I'm here. That's my job.
yes.
Anyway, was thrilled for Stephen Graham. I thought it was kind of in the bag for him as far as I could tell anyway, but like still was like, yeah, good man. So good.
Yes.
I feel like we have to mention Talk Series just because of the
We do, yeah.
the Stephen Colbert of it all, and like
Yeah.
one of the more interesting speeches of the night, but also the one that clearly set them into negative figures because he was up there for so long. And it's part of the reason why you're kind of like, okay, we do need to move on from this a little bit. But it was important for him to speak, and he was very eloquent and sweet on the stage. Um,
Mm.
but
And
it's kind of scary how
yeah.
two of the shows on this list have kind of are either in the process of being taken off the air or got taken off the air. Um,
And the last one is like, well, we'll see what happens with that
eh,
one.
Just, I mean, I say kind
Um,
of scary. It's fucking terrifying.
yeah, it is. It is.
I'm aware
And
this is not what like we do really do here, but like it's it, it's a terrifying precedent. Um,
yeah. And the
that
fact that it's the same network that was running the Emmys, it's like, okay, well, this is
well,
just incredible
yeah, and
stuff.
then with Jimmy Kimmel now, and Disney and just
Oof, God.
yeah, it's bad out
Yeah,
here. It's
it's
it's it's
scary
it's
times.
very very bad out here, and it's I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do it. It's otherwise it'll take up far too much
It's
time.
just
But you can look it up.
yes,
We're
it's bad.
barreling towards. I mean, I say barreling. We've been in fascism state for a while now. It's just
Hmm.
becoming way more obvious to a lot more people. So there's that. Anyway,
Yeah, and Watch Andor.
Yeah. Um, Best
Oh,
limited or
yeah.
anthology series, if I can swiftly move us along.
Yes, 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 yes.
Obviously, this went to adolescence. There was
Hmm.
like the moment adolescence came out, it was like, sorry, the Penguin. You're not winning.
Nope.
And again, thrilled for everybody involved. Everybody very excited, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they put in a lot of work getting those, I mean, from what I know, like the episodes were like 1 hour long and it was just like nonstop,
Hmm.
one just one is each time, which is incredibly impressive. And I have no idea how you do that. So
With a
yeah,
lot of hard work,
yeah, a lot of practice.
a lot of practice. I can't imagine what the production on that would have been like. It sounds insane. Very interesting though.
Lots of
I
behind
think
the scenes footage from what I know,
yes, and I haven't watched
which is
any of it just
cool.
because I'm like curious about it. But I'm like I'm still in two minds about whether or not I'm going to watch the series or not. Um,
Yeah, fair enough.
but yeah, still very exciting. Cool. Best comedy series obviously went to the studio. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I just
yep,
again, shrinking will get its day in court.
yes. There are dozens of
By
us, but we still
Jove.
exist.
I don't know if the studio is going to be an annual showing.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard
I
to say
mean,
at this point.
yeah, I know they're going to start filming season two, in January, but
Oh, in which case it won't be in time for the next year's Emmy. So maybe we can get
no.
shrinking in for season three
Oh,
because they finished
fingers
filming,
crossed.
and I
Oh yeah,
think we
that's
should
true.
get it probably either at the end of this year or the end in the beginning of next year.
Oh shit.
That's my bet. We'll see. Um, but maybe 2026 will be the year for shrinking. Who knows? We'll see. And then
Harrison Ford, we will get you that Emmy.
we will get you that Emmy. Come on, Harrison Ford. Then we get to the most important part of the evening
Yes.
for me personally.
Hmm.
We got my little Discord that I'm in was a bunch of ER fans, who obviously also Pitt fans. It's an ER Discord. We're basically, by and large, the mo majority of us are there because we're Noah Wyle fans, and we it's been spending literally months convincing a friend of mine that he's just taking it. Like me and a dear friend of mine, we were just like, he's gonna win it. Like there's no doubt about it. He's gonna win it. And then I got really nervous. Like in the last like hour, I was like, oh God, maybe Adam Scott is gonna take it though.
Which I
No.
mean, I mean, Adam Scott did great work,
He did
but
great work. I do think
yes,
he did excellent work. And honestly, if he had one, I would have been like, you know what? Fair cop is my
yeah, fair
big
play.
thing. I would have been okay with it. But he did win. And thank fucking God, because he spent so much time. He spent so much time campaigning for that Emmy. He deserved it. Everybody knew he wanted it. He deserved it more than anything. Uh, you understood immediately upon watching it. I was like, he needs to win it. And you were like, yes, he does.
Yes, yes. Yes. Noah Wiley is the absolute greatest. He's so God, he's so good. And if you haven't seen The Pit, then you don't understand.
God,
You
he's
just
so
you just
good.
don't get it. But
He's just
oh
so
my
good, man.
God.
Um,
Um,
Probably one of the funnier parts was watching. Actually, it'd probably be more topical to bring this up after the end, the last award of the night. But oh boy, the Severance fans on Twitter were melting down about this.
I didn't catch like the majority of it, but I did catch a little bit of it on like Instagram, and I was like, oh boy.
Just it's so funny.
Guys,
I
like,
might
and
we would have been
I don't know.
fine. We
Yeah,
truly would have been fine. I don't know if Noah would have been, but we would have been fine.
yeah. I mean, it's like, look, and it's like, as a Severance Gully, I love Severance. Okay, I love
I
Severance.
love
It's a
Severance.
great show,
Yeah,
but like season
I
two
love it.
wasn't like it
It
wasn't
was
the
a
best season,
bit of
you
a
know?
it's like a bit overstuffed, a bit of a mess.
Yeah. And
Some
then you
stuff
watch The
that
Pit.
it's so
Oh,
tight.
yeah. But yeah, like Severance season two, it's like, yeah, I mean, season one was just such an exceptional season of TV.
Hmm.
That with season two, it's like, well, you're not going to kind of live up to it, and like it does sort of spin its wheels a little bit. Still a great season of TV,
Hmm.
but yeah, then you get to The Pit and you watch it and you're like, no, I mean, this is the best. Like, this is just exceptional. This clears Severance
It's
season two.
so good. It's so good.
It just is.
And
And
Noah's
yeah,
just absolutely phenomenal in it. And you can tell how adored he is by the way that
Mm.
everybody talks about him. There's a sweet video of Stephen Graham out the back
Oh.
of the ceremony. He's there with his wife, and he's being like the most like Northern English man I've ever seen, where he's just like just being so friendly, being like, "You're amazing. My wife and I are really big fans of ER for
Oh.
years. Like, I'm so thrilled for you." All this sort of stuff, and Noah's 15 Shades of Pink because that's what he
That's
does.
so cute.
And he's
Oh my
like, dude,
God.
I would love to work with you someday, and all this sort of stuff. It was like, oh, it was so English as well, though. It was very funny to me. Yeah, just well deserved. I like, and I'm so glad that I wasn't wrong. Like I knew, but I was also like,
Mm.
ah. Just like that little tiny like, thing of doubt. But no, obviously he was. This was a two-man race, and one of the men was far out and ahead, having a breakdown. Um,
God. I mean, I still think about that scene. Just it's just on another level.
it's so good.
Um,
He's so good, and he's got such big, expressive eyes, and like such an expressive face, and I love him.
oof,
I
I can
love
just
him.
picture it in my head. Like I can picture it so perfectly, and that's how expressive his face
I
is, and how perfect his performance
highly
was. Just
recommend going and finding the video, the breakdown video that he did with I think his TV Guide, where he talked about like that scene, um, uh, and because he's so funny in it. He's um, he was so excited to do that whole scene, and he was like in the moment being like, I'm doing such a good job, I'm doing such good acting right now. He's like full on weeping, having a breakdown. He's like, I know where all the cameras are. I'm doing such a
yeah,
great job.
I'm getting that Emmy.
I'm getting that Emmy. It's going to be great. It's very sweet. I think he just really enjoyed making it, and we're all very excited about what's going to be in season two. Speaking of
Yes.
best drama series, this was a surprise. I did I did think Severance was going to take this.
Mm,
I had like completely thrown out the idea that the pit could win. I was like, there's no way.
mm.
That's just not going to happen. Severance is in season two, came back after 3 years. It got some of the most nominations out of like everybody this year. It's just going to go to season two, and it's the first season of the pit. You'd never give a show like
Yeah.
the
No, of
best
course not.
in the first season, other than if you're the studio and you're talking about the industry. Obviously, everybody's going to give you one for that. But like, it's a first showing. This is a show that's going to come out every year. We'll get next year, right? Because
Yeah, and
Severance
it's
won't
like it's
even
a
be in
very
the running.
niche
It's
thing, and like, you know, how many fans of the pit are there really? And
so
it's like,
many, as it turns out. Everybody loves
yep,
the pit.
we
And
love the pit.
we love the
We,
pit. Shout out to
oh
that
my
one
God.
Severance fan who made that tweet because you have created an entire new lexicon. I know you were making fun of the Pit fans, but we love it. And like, Catherine's used it now in an Instagram post. Patrick's used it in an Instagram post. Shabana continues to be the funniest human being alive.
Oh my God.
Did you see the
That's,
tweet that she did?
I
I
think it was the one that you like retweeted, I think. Um,
I have to read it to
it
the
was
people.
so
It's
funny. It
the
was so
funniest thing,
funny.
and the Severance fans were so pressed about it. And I'm like, you have to. I'm sorry, but you have to admit that that's fucking hilarious. Um,
God, it's so good. Shabana Aziz Nation, rise up.
it's Shabana. I desperately want to be your best friend, like more than anything. Um,
Please message my friend Katie. She wants to be best friends with you.
I want to be best friends with you. She went on. She did the letterboxd for favorites, and she was like, "Past Lives is one of my favorites," and I'm like, "I
Yeah,
love you.
yeah.
Please
I
be
think
my
she said
best." I
she said Shrek, and I was like,
She fucks heavy with
yes,
Shrek, and I'm like, "Go."
hell yeah. I was like, fuck yeah. I want to be best friends with you.
Oh, I love it so much.
And she's Australian. I mean, come
Yeah,
on, like
that's so true.
absolute slay.
And she tweeted, this was a couple of days after the Emmys. The Pitts moved out. It did a week in Pittsburgh this week because they have to film all the exterior stuff.
Mm.
I
Oh right,
imagine somebody's going to end up on the roof again. You know how it goes. Um,
yeah.
uh, so they've been filming in Pittsburgh this week and doing all that sort of stuff. And they visited the hospital. They used as the exterior to their hospital, and everybody was very excited. And there was cake and Noah said, "Fuck it, Philly." Which was very funny. Actually, he said screw Philly and then he swore and it was very funny. But
Oh my God, that I will say just real quick that recontextualized the picture that he took with Quinta Brunson. That completely recontextualizes that because Because if
It
you don't know,
is.
Abbott is set in Philly. So there's a bit of a rivalry there, which is fun.
It's so funny. I'll find you the video afterwards. But Shabana tweeted, just had a coffee so vile at LAX. I'm certain a certain Saffron superfan meant it.
Which I will say, having been to LAX once, absolutely 100% agree with that. That tracks. That tracks so hard. Um,
She did importantly follow it up with, to be clear, I love Severance. This coffee is just so fucking disgusting. It has to be a prank. I just can't. I just the turnaround from the pit from Noah winning for drama series and lead actor in the drama series to the pit winning drama series was so fast. Like he wasn't. He'd left.
mm.
He was
Oh yeah,
backstage, and they had to like pull him back out again. And then Scott Gimel was out there being like, I don't know where Noah is, and he's just like behind him.
yeah, just standing there, just smiling.
He's like, and then there's just been 1,000 pictures of him just carrying these two Emmys around for the rest of the night, being like, I wasn't expecting two of these. He didn't say that, but you can
Oh
see it on
man.
his face.
Oh man. And then I saw that clip of him talking about how like his
His
daughter like
daughter,
cleared a place on the mantle, and she was like, "You want three
too.
or two?"
You
Oh
want
man,
two?
incredible, so good.
So, so cute. Anyway, I was thrilled. It was a little bit spoiled for me
Yes.
because somebody who was watching it on live American TV like announced that they'd won about 4 minutes before the it actually
Oh
happened on my
man,
stream, and I
that
was like,
sucks.
well, fine. But I was thrilled. I was so thrilled. Um, hooray for the pit. And we get more
Yes.
in January.
Yes,
What a
honestly, and
novelty!
I know what a novelty that a TV show releases another season within 12 months.
So
It's like,
crazy.
oh man, remember that? Look, I love Severance, but like Jesus Christ. I
I
hope
love
the next
Severance,
season
but
does
we're
not
not
tank.
getting another season for another at least year.
Yeah, another like maybe 2 years, and it's like, oh God. Meanwhile, the pit is just like, nope, we're just
Gonna
cranking
keep
cranking it out.
cranking them out. I definitely don't think it's gonna have really any. I can't really see it having really any competition next year. I really don't. Um,
I mean, Daredevil Born Again comes out, so there's there's still a chance.
um,
But
if
yeah, no.
in my Dream Upon Dreams interview with the Vampire will get a nomination next year.
Mm,
It's simply, but
yes.
like I will also be a little bit annoyed about it because they didn't do any pushing for it like this year.
But I mean, there's so much competition, you know? It's like
I
I
know,
don't
but
know if
they
it
didn't
really
they didn't
would
push it
have.
at all, and it was like this feels racist, frankly.
Yeah,
And I'm not
yeah.
talking about like the academy. I mean the network didn't push it at all, and it feels like they're
Mm.
pushing more for it this next season because their lead is now white because they're focusing way more on the stat, and it's like, oh
Oh no.
God, fuck's sake.
Bummer. But I
But
will
then
get
if
around to
we
that as
can
well.
get Sam Reed nominated, I would also be thrilled for him because he's so fucking good as the start. And he's actually brilliant in everything. I would highly recommend people watch The Newsreader, which is an Australian series
Oh,
that has him and Anna Torv in it about
oh nice.
a network in the 60s. I think it's set in maybe the 70s. I can't actually remember now. Um, he's brilliant in it. There's three series. It finished this year, and he's just so phenomenal because he went off with be Lestat for several months and then come home and be like, "I'm Dale Jennings." It's a whole thing. He basically has like a 3 season breakdown, as far as I could tell. He just slowly goes towards having a breakdown, then he has a breakdown at the end of it, and it's great. Um,
Nice.
I recommend it. If you're in the UK, believe it's all on iPlayer. So there's that for you. I don't know if it is all on iPlayer. Season 3 has recently gone up on iPlayer. At least that's all I know. I know for sure. Um, yeah. I don't know. Think I have anything else to say. Do you have any final thoughts about this year's Emmys? Do you have any thoughts, feelings, questions,
Do I
queries?
have anything?
Um, it's what my film
Yeah.
tutor used to do to us.
Oh my goodness. I will say, I mean, we didn't talk about it because it had nothing to do with the primetime Emmys, but Arcane won Best Animated Series as
Oh,
well
that's
as
fun.
3 other Emmys, which is great because I loved Arcane.
Mhm.
And yeah, season 2 was amazing.
Oh,
You know,
that's a good point, actually. In terms of actual snubs, we had one the previous week in the Creator Emmys because the boys won for Best Composition instead of Andor for We Are the
what?
Gore. Like, what? How
What?
do you mean? I
Oh
was
yeah, I
so
just saw Nurse the Boys.
I was so
What?
upset about this. I was like, what the fuck what do you mean that they didn't win for the We Are the Gore, which is one of the most like insane like moments because
Yeah,
they
it's one of
start
the most
singing it
emotional moments.
and it just they keep singing it for like so long. It like becomes the
Yeah,
heartbeat of the episode. That episode is so fucking good. Um,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I
it
think
did
about it
win
all
for
the time.
editing though. Just I was thrilled for it to win for editing. Uh,
Yes.
because very well deserved. Um, yeah, I
Trying to
don't think
think if there's anything else, but no, I mean, no, it was just, not like a ton of disappointments.
no.
Yeah, just overall
Honestly,
pretty good.
overall, a pretty great um awards series show. I'm still annoyed about like I said, the complete lack of look in for Interview with the Vampire. I'm still annoyed the Sergeant never even got like pushed to be nominated. Like they didn't even submit him. That's insane to me. Um, uh, and but out of the ones that were here, I in at least in the primetime Emmys, there's nothing here that I'm mad about, which is like rare for an award show. This is kind of crazy. And I'm very excited for the pit to inevitably push forward some of its other new younger actors into the spotlight over
Oh
I
yes,
think probably next year.
absolutely.
I think if I had to predict for next year, Patrick Ball's probably going to come out in with a nomination.
Patrick B. Ballin.
Patrick do be
So
balling.
good.
He do in fact be hanging from the ceiling of the party bus.
God, that. Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that. That cracked me up. Um, and
He
yeah, he
got the
just he
party
just
bus
decided
he'd
to
been
come.
calling for ages, and then they took out all of the poles in the party bus, and he still found something to hang from. Crazy.
God, what a guy.
What a guy.
Um, yeah, and like the way he like climbed up on the Emmy statue as well in the background of
He's a
like
menace.
just what a guy. I mean, he's clearly, doing very well in rehab.
Good
That's
for
it.
you,
That's an in
Frank.
joke for the Pit fan. That's
Good for
it.
you,
That's an in
Frank.
joke for the Pit fans. But yeah. I can't wait for the Pit season 2. I'm so fucking excited.
Gonna get around to January. I genuinely don't have any idea what the drama aspect of it's going to look like next year because so many of these shows aren't going to be here for season two. I don't know when they're doing any more of the White Lotus, but I don't. The White Lotus hasn't really
No,
been yearly, has it? It's been like
no,
so. We're probably not going to get
yeah,
the White Lotus. We won't have
no,
Severance. We won't
nope.
have The Last of Us. Um,
Ooh, yeah,
not going to have Andor
which,
because that's finished.
yeah.
I don't know if we're getting. I don't know what's going on with Paradise, but like yeah,
Oh yeah,
maybe it'll be a run against the pit and slow horses, and then be sitting there going like, "Oh, you can't make me choose. That's not fair."
I gotta watch Paradise at some point because I have heard good things about that.
I've heard
But
good things about it. Um,
God, there's just so many shows I gotta catch up on now.
Everybody was so excited for Noah when he won Best Lead Actor in a Drama Series. Everybody was so happy for him. There was like so much standing up. There's a video of Gail King, like watching the like they were like, here are the nominees, and she's like looking at everybody going, oh maybe, maybe. And then as soon as Noah comes up, she's like, Noah, Noah, and then he wins. She's like, yay, Noah!
I mean, it
And
is
I was
always
like, that
funny
was
whenever
me.
whenever you hear like the audience like pick up for certain people because you're like, I mean, clearly,
That was a big
clearly,
one during this one as well.
yeah,
There were some people that you were like, we kind of have a sense of who's going to win already. Um,
yeah, it's pretty clear. There's one person stands out above the rest, and it's our guy
the
Noah Wyle.
yeah, everybody loves him. He's a consummate professional, and the people adore him. And I'm very excited for more of the pit. We have to finish now because
Yes.
this was over 45 minutes.
God, I'm sorry.
It's my fault. I'm the one who's been talking. Uh, so I am going to wrap it
It's
up.
just, yeah.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Um, I, I mean, the only other thing I will say is not to get too in the weeds because obviously it's about the winners. It's about,
Mm, mm,
about
mhm,
our guy Noah Wyle
mhm,
in the pit.
mhm.
But I am so glad that The Last of Us didn't get anything because I'm just like, oh my God,
I
vindication.
don't care who
Um,
wins. I
as
just need The
as
Last of Us to lose.
as a Last of Us hater, I'm like, yes, go, give us nothing. But
Yeah.
yeah, no. Not that it was a bad show. Not that it
Look,
was a bad show. It
Pedro was
just
just
didn't
there
do
for
it
the
for me.
tea. Like the man was going around
Yeah,
gossiping with everybody he could find, and we love that for him.
yeah. But yeah, no, I feel like compared to all the other shows, I'm just like, thank goodness that didn't win anything, really. Um,
We all
but
knew
yeah,
it
no,
wasn't
I
going to.
mean, yeah, no,
We all knew.
I mean, like it was fine, but yeah, no, especially compared to like the pit, the pit. We love the pit.
We love the pit.
We
Okay,
love the pit.
I really am wrapping this up
Okay,
now.
yes,
Thank
yes,
you so
I'm
much for
sorry.
listening to this. I was very invested in this Emmys award season, so I really wanted to talk about it. So I hope this was interesting to people. Um, I can't wait to find out how long this episode actually going to be. It will hopefully is under an hour.
Yes,
Hopefully. Um,
minimal editing.
that's the hope. Um, uh, but I'm stopping recording now. Myself and Lily should be back in October. I'm not sure when exactly, but we should be back in October. Fingers crossed. I'm doing a fingers crossed. I'm not using the video for this episode. Um, uh, uh, okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Watch TV. That's what we're gonna do this time because this is a TV focused episode. Watch TV.
Watch TV.